Okay, so it actually tells me how far my Uber ride is, and it's coming close. Alright, so after all the hype, after all the leaks and rumors, we finally have our hands on the Nothing Phone 2. And we also have the last year's Nothing Phone 1 with us, and we have used it for many days. Though the overall phone experience of Phone 1 is good, it does have some room for improvement. And that is where the new Nothing Phone 2 comes in, because on paper, it has improved software, better camera, and a more functional glyph interface. You know, glyph interface. So the question that has to be asked is, what is the difference between the Phone 1 and Phone 2? And most importantly in this video, due to the embargo, we can only show you limited things. I know it's just, but I'm excited. Let's go. Now I love unboxing Nothing devices. They have a very unique approach. So see here, you get this big square package and you just tear it off. Inside there is the main box. Oh, and it has this really cool texture on it. It seems like Braille, but it's not. Just doing this feels satisfying.
What if it is actually Braille?
No, it's not Braille. It should mean something. And it opens like a book. Wow, this looks so neat and clean and minimal. You have the phone wrapped in paper. Over here you have some paperwork. Then you have a unique looking SIM ejector tool. And this Type-C to Type-C cable, it has that see-through design. Now, we at TechVisor have unboxed so many phones, and I would say Nothing unboxing feels different and fresh. Now, I would say there are three key differences from the Nothing Phone 1, and the first would be design. Like at first glance, it might seem that the Phone 2 is similar to the Phone 1, and even if I keep the Nothing Phone 1 and Phone 2 side by side, just by sole looks, it would be very hard to tell the difference. The bezels and all, they look the same, and when you pick up the phone, the in-hand feel feels different. And that's because here on the back, the glass has a curved design. On the Phone 1, it is flat. So holding the phone is more comfortable now, like it fits in the palm pretty well. Also, I'm happy that they stuck with the glyph light on the Nothing Phone 2 and worked on it. I mean, the glyph interface is slightly different now. See, on the Phone 1, this entire area was just one continuous segment. But now on the Phone 2, see, it is divided into several segments. This makes the glyph more functional. More on this in just a moment. Other than this, you get the same metal frame, and hang on, let me see if it can stand on its own. Oh yes, it can. Independent. Yes. My only concern is that the back is slightly slippery and it does attract a lot of fingerprints. Also, we have had this for about 3 days now, and come close, see, it has already some scratches on the back. Now you don't get any back cover included, so you will have to buy it separately. Or go with this white variant. It should hide the fingerprint and scratches slightly. Overall, I would say this Nothing see-through design. It makes the phone unique and stands out in public. Moving on to the front, you get a 6.7-inch Full HD plus 120Hz AMOLED display. Also, you get an in-display fingerprint scanner, which is pretty fast and accurate. Now, the second and the biggest difference is in performance. See, last year's Nothing Phone 1 came with a mid-range chip Snapdragon 778G+, but Nothing Phone 2 comes with a flagship Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 processor. Of course, last year's flagship processor, but this changes the whole approach of the Nothing Phone series. Now it's entering the flagship territory like OnePlus. So you get 12GB LPDDR5 RAM, 512GB UFS 3.1 storage. The base variant starts from 8/128GB, which is fine. So did the Nothing Phone 1. Now we ran everyone's favorite AnTuTu benchmark, and well, the difference is quite evident. The Nothing Phone 1 scores somewhere around 6.5 lakh, whereas the Nothing Phone 2 scores more than 11 lakh. That's like almost 2 times the performance jump. So yeah, from the performance standpoint, I would say the Nothing Phone 2 is a big upgrade over the Nothing Phone 1. And the third key difference would be this glyph interface. So Nothing's glyph interface is already unique. Like no other smartphone has anything like this. But it had very limited feature in Nothing Phone 1. Like you could just flip the phone like this, it goes to DND. It lights up when you receive a call or message. It shows charging status when you just shake it like this. But now Nothing has added some extra functionality to it. Let me show you. First, this is the glyph timer. So I'll just set the timer for 1 minute, and now see, only this portion lights up like a physical progress bar, or this small red LED over here. See, if I record a video, it blinks. They have made it bigger this time. I'll come to the camera in just a moment. And then for you creative people out there, you get this composer option. So you can create your own sound and the glyph light will match accordingly. Let me make a cool ringtone. You want to listen to my ringtone?
Sure.
Are you ready, Sayad?
Absolutely.
Okay, it's a masterpiece.
Your masterpiece will get us a popular.
And not just that, here's my favorite. See, I'll call an Uber and now my ride is confirmed. And see, on the glyph interface, I can actually see how far my ride is. And now The progress bar is filled, but where is my ride? Oh, so we have to wait like 1 more minute because it's just 500 meter far away. And now it is 100% filled and see, there is our ride. I would say the implementation can get better with software updates. Now nothing promises to bring this feature to Zomato as well in the future with updates. So we'll wait for that update and we'll see how useful this feature is later on. Overall, I would say nothing has worked on the hardware as well as on their software game to make the entire Glyph interface more functional and useful. Speaking of software, I really like what Nothing has done here. Like every time I use a new phone, the first thing that I do is change the wallpaper. But here I just love this black and white wallpaper. It just goes so well with the whole aesthetic of the phone. Other than this is running Android 13 right out of the box. Nothing has their own skin which they call the Nothing OS 2.0 and this is very close to stock Android. Like see here on the app drawer, there is practically zero bloatware. Plus you get additional Nothing OS touches here and there. For instance, if I long press on this icon, I can enlarge it. And then there is this double press to launch camera which is quick and simple. More brands should do that. But here's my favorite one. See, if I bring down the notification tray, there is this torch option here. This is common, right? But now if I press and hold it, see, it turns on the Glyph light. Nice. Kind of a hidden Easter egg. Now on the camera side of things, well, you get a 50 megapixel main camera. Now we are not supposed to give you an opinion on camera samples. Wow. But here are some camera samples. These are the few pictures on the main camera. Like Delhi has been a mess due to rains. Now there is also a 50 megapixel ultra wide angle camera and again here are a few samples. People usually take landscape photos with the ultra wide, so that's what we did. Also the ultra wide angle doubles as a macro camera, so we took quite a lot of photos of flowers and this picture of water droplets on the leaf. Let us know in the comment section which photo you liked. Coming to videos, well, you can shoot maximum 4K 60 fps on the rear camera. On the front you get a 16 megapixel selfie camera which can record maximum 1080p 60 fps. Like come on, it's 2023, Threads reached 1 million followers in just 1 hour and we still don't have 4K on the front camera. Come on. Here are some selfie photos. Besides this, you get a bigger 4700 mAh battery this year, plus it supports 33 watts of wired charging. Also, you get 15 watts of wireless charging plus 5 watts of reverse wireless charging. And you get all the necessary sensors, including NFC. Now, to answer the question, how is it different from Nothing Phone 1? See, the major difference comes in the price point. Nothing Phone 1 had a Snapdragon 778G Plus processor, which was a mid-range processor. So it launched for around 32,000, but people mostly bought it around 29,000. But this new Nothing Phone 2 has the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1. A more refined software, better camera specs, so I'm expecting the price to be around 40,000 or even more. And that price, it also competes with the OnePlus 11R Pixel 7a. That comparison would be very interesting, and now I think they're finally in that flagship territory. So that was the first look of the new Nothing Phone 2. Let us know in the comment section which phone would you like us to compare with, or you have any questions. We'll try to cover it in the comparison or the full review. On that note, this is Prateek signing off. See you in the next video and pew pew pew.